I'm gonna trap an arm. I'll be right here. I'm not even gonna finish. And I'll reset. Other side. Just going through. What's it? Trap an arm. He'll leave. He's just gonna leave on there. Arm. That's it. I do 20 on each leg. We're gonna start again from guard. So I'm in my closed guard here. Let's say for whatever reason, I get him to pull him forward with my knees like I talked about last week. Remember, I'm here, I can pull him forward. Let's say it's usually their hands will either be on my hips or they'll be swinging. They might be punching me. But let's say I pull him forward and his hand hits the mat. Okay, there's some space between us, so he's not like really heavy on top. That's when I'll do this move. I'm gonna open my legs, open my guard. So on the ground, I'm gonna sit back and away from him. I created a little bit of space. I'm gonna reach over. I'll do it on the other side so you guys can jump over there. I'm here. Boom. Notice I opened my guard and I scooted my butt back. I'm gonna take my hand over his shoulder, grabbing the tricep right here above the elbow. My opposite hand could be out here to post. I'm usually here, and I'll show you why in a minute. If this is easier for you, that's fine. My hips will now come up. This is the part a lot of people miss if you weren't getting it. I'm gonna take my hips and crash them into his chest. Now from here, I'm gonna step over. And that's the sweep. Here, maybe we're down here, and I'm like holding on to him, striking him, and he pops up. Boom, he didn't like that, right? So I open my guard, I scoot back a little bit, reaching over his shoulder, grabbing at the tricep right here above the elbow, slam my hips into his chest, and I think about making like a rainbow with my leg. So I'm here without him, scoot back, reach up and over the shoulder, grab the tricep, pop my hips up, and this leg will step over.
You make space so there's an impact when you get there, like so that you meet with force.
Yeah. So when I'm in the guard and I scoot back a little bit, there's a couple of reasons I do. One, if he's really, I want to be able to slam my hips into his chest, making an impact. That's gonna knock him off balance to make the sweep work. Without that, it probably won't work very well. Also, when I create that space, it will set up some other options for me if the sweep doesn't work. Or let's say I want to sweep and I sit up and I go to that position, depending on his reaction to it, I might want to do something else, and that's what I'm going to lead into. So,
Okay.
Yeah, so let's do the sweep. And just give you another option in case it doesn't work or for whatever reason. So I'm here. For me to, like I said, for me to do the sweep, I need his weight up off of me a little bit, right? If he's buried down, his weight's low, I wouldn't do this sweep. I would do something else. Okay? So maybe a strike, I can get his weight up, open my guard, go for this sweep, boom. But now, a lot of times, a very common thing that people will do is kind of crowd into me and knock me back down, right? That's very common. So I get to here, boom, he starts to do that. I'm gonna fall, break your shoulder. It's called a Kimura. So this is a perfect, it's actually, in Jiu-Jitsu we call this a Kimura sweep because of this reason. So I go here, you guys saw how we are. If he starts to crowd me at all, this hand that was posting is gonna find his wrist. My other hand it's already where I need it to be for a Kimura. I'm gonna grab my own wrist and I'm going to fall to the side again, just like all of our other attacks. I fell to the side, my leg is across his back, holding him down, very strong. To finish the Kimura, I'm gonna bring his elbow up towards his shoulder, okay? Right there, and then I'm just gonna crank his palm to his head. And it's a very painful attack. Let me let you see it real quick. Sorry. This is one of my favorite attacks from guard as well. So I go here, boom. He crashes into me right here at the wrist, over my own wrist. I'm tight in my leg because if he wants to post up, if he wants to posture up, he can't. Right? Take his elbow towards his head, and now his hand towards the back of his head. The grip is just like plucking, right? Think plucking, Krav Maga. That's the grip on his wrist. I'm going over his shoulder, this side of his elbow, finding my own wrist. As he's plowing me forward, I use his momentum to fall and turn, and that's how I'll get his arm up easily. You can force it as well, but this just makes it easier. Absolutely. From here, boom. I'm going for the sweep. Didn't work. Boom. Right there. So do this slowly. It can hurt your partner pretty quickly. I can just crank, but I've found that people that have like really flexible shoulders, they can withstand a lot more. If I pull this elbow up like I'm hanging him up or something by his elbow, and slowly towards his head. Right? Because in the street you would be right?
Yes, instantly.
So, for me, they kind of, when I go for this sweep, I'll get one or two of these moves. Or I'll either get the sweep or get the Kimura, or I go here, boom, I want the sweep, but now he did, let's say I brought my hips back, but he didn't crash into me, okay? So if he's not crashing into me, I can force a Kimura, right? If I'm just stronger than he is, but I don't want to rely on being stronger than he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I'm trying maybe, I'm here at the sweep, I tried to sweep but it didn't work, but he's not crashing into me. So the hand that's over, I want to make sure I give myself space with my hips. He didn't crash. Usually, like I said, they will. I'm going to take this hand, and I'm going to go around his head. I'm reaching deep. I'm aligning my elbow with his chin. I'm going to grip all different types of grips I can do. I usually just go for this, it's called an S grip right here. And now I'll fall back into my guard. It's called a guillotine. Tell me where I see that. So Edward looks like he might be seeing stars. It happens. You do see stars pretty quick. Here, boom. Go for the sweep. Didn't work. Maybe I want this, but there's still space here. If there's space, reach up and around the head. I'm dipping my shoulder to align my chin, my elbow with his chin. I want to be, notice how deep, I'm so deep that my hand is coming up. Yeah, he tapped with one arm. So I'm here, I grip, I fall back. I could be squeezing right now, but I'm not. I close my guard, and I'm going to squeeze my I'm just gonna squeeze right here around his neck, and I'm gonna take my hips up. So, right here, as deep as I can. Rip. Fall back into my guard. Close my guard, squeeze, and take my hips up. Once you take your hips up, lights out. Alright, let's try it.